two-step exfoliation part. So we do the gommage, which is a soft peel, and then we do a micro peel. So
Down. It's
okay.
not.
You're fine.
It's all over the place.
Thank you. And if you can scoot back just a little bit towards me, there you go.
Sure.
Perfect. Thank you. What is this mad thing on your eye?
I don't know when to ask you about
Oh,
it.
It is mad.
It's really angry.
So the difference between the basic 5-step and the Yonka Legrand Classique is going to be I'm gonna turn this over my eyes. Soft peel and micro peel, so it's a combination exfoliation step. But other than that, everything else is the same. But the back bar is like your pantry, and you are these like amazing chefs. But for skincare. So Le Nettoyant is just onto the face dry. So we're just gonna get like a nickel to quarter size amount, and we'll start on the forehead, and then we're gonna come down to the chin and out to the cheeks, and then so we're just gonna move this around dry on the face. And so this is a milk cleanser. It has a little bit of lactic acid in it, which helps break down that dead skin and oil. And one thing that you can suggest that your clients do, or you can do yourself if you use this cleanser, is you move it around on the face as I'm doing now, but then you can always dampen a cotton round or cotton ball, and like when they are cleansing like this at the sink and they're kind of moving all of this around, and they may be using it to remove makeup, which it will remove makeup. Would you get me a couple? Get me like 4, please. A very simple thing that somebody who has a tendency to break out or is even dry that they can do is dampen that cotton ball while the cleanser's on like this, and it just picks up more dead skin and oil, more makeup than just rinsing alone would, and it's not as harsh as like a washcloth or something like that. So I'm gonna just do that. Thank you, ma'am. So we will kind of make our little that dead skin oil, so you can kind of see like a little bit. This really can make a big difference in somebody who just kind of has a tendency to break out, just to allow those pores to kind of flow freely and just pick up a little bit of dead skin and oil without. And then can you hand me the lotion spray, the white one? It's like in the spray bottle, the like frosted glass. So at this point, you know, you could use a towel on your clients. It'd be really nice, like aromatherapeutic. Hey, Amara, grab a trash can too.
Now, would you use the steamer with this one too at all?
You could use, I would use the steam with a micro peel. So you wouldn't use it with a gommage because it's going to kind of keep it from getting tacky. So you would kind of have, while you're doing the gommage, you would be prepping the steam, like
having it going.
Like having it heating up and getting to the point. Oh, here you.
I meant to bring some, so I think I have 1,000 in that house.
Yeah, I try to bring them. There's some in the second drawer there. I just brought some. So yes, you could definitely do the steam. So like if you guys decide to switch on each other, or you have a client, you know, I think we're kind of the point where we can start utilizing the steamers. We just want to make sure you put distilled water in them. Mm-hmm. Make sure that the canister is at the line and not above, and that they're really secure, like in the little twist, the little twist on part. So at this point, we could spray some lotion spray to just kind of, so like if your client, if you were suggesting a home care regimen for your client, you would have them cleanse with Elena Nettoyant and then spray the lotion spray. And this is meant to nourish the skin. So you don't have to put it on a cotton round. It's not like a sea breezy type of astringent. It's really meant to soak into the skin, and it's going to help their moisturizer go further. It's also very healing, very good for maintaining the health and moisture of the skin. So you'd have them cleanse, lotion spray, and then they would moisturize sunscreen at home or do a serum after the lotion and then moisturize at night. So with the gommage, we're going to use like a quarter to a nickel size amount. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you the fan method, where we're basically applying a thin layer on here, and we're going to put the fan on for like just a second until it gets tacky. Both sides. So we're gonna let the fan on top for just a minute while it gets tacky. I'm gonna grab some moisturizer for that.
That still stinks.
Hmm?
It still stinks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's already starting to get tacky. As soon as it starts to get tacky somewhere on the head, come up here and look. See how this got tacky really quick?
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to kind of make those that residue. That's what we're looking for. So the fan you can either rub it into the skin and then continue rubbing until you start to get these little this little film.
I watched a video of them doing that. Like
The gommage.
the little butterfly kind of.
Oh yeah, like this
Mhm,
little,
yeah.
yes. Off to the side. So you could if you had somebody who had a lot of congestion in their nose, you could really rub in the hydralia. That helps break down the dead skin and oil that gets trapped in there, and then you could do like the clay mask on top to kind of draw out some more of those impurities. So with hers, we're just going to kind of keep rubbing this into the skin, and then you can always also just like put your hand in front of it, and it will get tacky on your hand, and then when you come back, it kind of gets a little bit tackier on the skin. So see these little guys, we're just gonna let them rub them, and that just takes off the outermost layer of dead skin, but it also hydrates that fresh skin underneath. So with Yonka's products, you really can layer them. Like the Glow products or some other product lines, it's like apply, remove with a towel, apply, remove with a towel. So like with the Gentle Enzyme Exfoliant from Glow, after dermaplaning, you would apply that or remove that completely with a towel. So with this, you know, we've done the cleanse. We did use cotton rounds to remove it, or you could use a sponge as well. But we can layer on the Yunka stuff. So basically, like the Lucas sprayer, which I will demonstrate next week, is kind of like the original lotion sprayer. It's like this, they call it like an atom. I can't say it right now. I cannot say it. Atomizer, they have like a weird French way of saying it. How do you say it, Jen?
I'd have to see
atomizer. It's like an atomizer, and they like just always have it,
probably.
and they're like all around. But then, like they used to never even sell like lotion spray as a back bar because they wanted you to use the Lucas sprayer. So that's kind of meant to like rinse and prep the skin for the next step. So with this, we've done our little gommage, and her face is oh so smooth. And since we've rubbed all of this off, we don't have to. You can, but you don't have to. You could do lotion spray. I'm not going to. I'm just going to do the micro peel. So we're going to go ahead and just start dropping on a few little drops. The micro peel. And we'll start on her forehead. So this can be a little medicinal smelling for people. It has a natural numbing agent in it. We're just going to put a few drops on. And you just want to look to see if your client gets more red. Maybe a little bit stingy at first, but it should plateau. And you don't need a lot of this. You can do this step twice if you have somebody who has really dry skin. They used to have two separate strengths of this, like a normal one and then one for like really dry skin that is has a lot of dead skin built up on it. Can you grab me 2 4x4s? They're right to the left of the sterilizer in that little tall, like a 4x4 square.
Mm-hmm.
So I can make my kitty cat paws. So
Oh, yeah,
get
I
like
forgot
4 or 5 of them so y'all can make some too. So the nice thing about this micro peel is it just kind of soaks in. It's very gentle. It's tolerated by all skin types. Like Jen is sensitive, but she's really not getting super red. Where like if we put something stronger, I'm just going to take 2 of these, please. And then each of you take one. So to make the little things, Jen, do you know how to do this?
Mm-hmm.
You got it. Okay. You pinch it between your middle finger and your first finger, and then you wrap it all the way around. So it's going to be like your middle finger is there, and then you tuck it under. So you make these little like these little paws, so that, and then I'm going to dampen them in the water, and then I'm just going to come over, and this is a little gentle exfoliation as well.
Would you use it on dehydrated skin?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and then you could also do this and then do like the hydration serum to help hydrate skin. So we're just going to kind of go over and pick up any residue. We're going to do like a little wax on, wax off. Just kind of pick up all that little residue. And even the thing that I love about the Yunka facial is after these first 2 steps, you've already seen results on your client's skin. You can already feel the results and see the results, and you've just started. So voila, that off. And then I am gonna do lotion spray again. And I just kind of try not to get it like in her eye. I'm spraying it where I can like move it close to her eye, but try not to get it in her eyes or mouth. And then let's see. It's pretty warm, so I am going to do a towel before we start our massage. I'm going to wipe off residue. And just kind of crisscross the towel and fold. And then make sure that she can still breathe. And then I just like to kind of hold some pressure, do a little reflexology, I guess, almost, or like just hit some of those pressure points with the warm towel. Usually I leave the towel on until it starts to get a little cool. Like I don't want to like take it off while they're like, oh my god, this is so great, and then you're like, next step. So I kind of give it a little minute to cool down and allow them to enjoy it. Just a little bit.
Is she gonna need an SPF too?
Probably. I'll probably do the tinted
Would this be
mushroom.
safe for people who are pregnant?
Yeah. It's just the micropeel is like a fruit derived, so it's not like it's like doesn't have salicylic acid in it or retinol or anything like that. Okay. And then we are going to utilize the first we'll do some hydrolia. So we're going to just kind of hydrate the skin using some of our forehead feels like glass, some of the Hydra Serum, and then even though she's not that red, we'll still use the sensitive cream, but I think I'd like to use some of the Fido 52 because it has a lot of rosemary in it and she's a little congested, so that might be nice for her. So if y'all, could you grab the Fido 52 and the Fido Contour, the eye cream for her, then we'll use that massage.
I love that sensitive, soothing redness cream.
Yes. That is a winner.
I suggest
They just
that
came
to a
out
lot
with
of
it.
people, too.
Yeah, it's very popular. So we're letting her Hydra Serum kind of soak in. And then we are going to start at the forehead, down to the chin, and then bring the product out to the cheeks and around. And some in here too. And then with the massage movement, so you're gonna start on the outside temple, and you're just going from the brow bone or the orbital bone, the top of that orbital bone, to the hairline. And you're taking 2 fingers and you're gonna go across, and you're gonna do this 5 to 7 times. So we are going to all the way across the forehead. I start on the forehead. Thank you, Emily.
Did you want the which one?
The Fido Contour. If not, it's no big deal. So the first massage movement is going to be from the orbital bone all the way to the hairline. And then the next one, so you do that 5 to 7 times. And then the next one is crisscross. So you're doing the same area, but you're crossing. So we're going one way, one direction with your fingers, and then the other direction. And so we're crisscross all the way across her forehead.
Did you do that 5 to 7 times too?
5 to 7 times, most all of them 5 to 7 times. So the first one was from the orbital bone to the hairline.
And would
Just
you
2
go
fingers, 5 to 7 times.
like across 5 to 7?
All the
or-
way across.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the next one is the crisscrosses, same thing, same area. And then the next is going to be the circles. So you're gonna circle right above the brows and the brow bone, and down, and in the middle of the forehead, and down, and then you would do that 5 to 7 times, like all the way across. So you're circling in, circle, 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 out, circle, 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 out, circle, 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 out. And then for the eyes, you're gonna contour the eyes, contour the orbital bone, and then you can also do tapament. So we're gonna do a little tapament around our eyes. And then after you do the circles 5 to 7 times, and then the tapament, you're gonna do canoe. So you start like right here where you kind of pull up on the brows, like you start here, then you circle all the way around, and then a big circle, and then you just come back in. So you're just kind of doing under the eye area, and then you're coming back in.
That is heaven.
Under the eye area, and then circling back in. So we're under the eye area, and then circling back in. Did we find the fighter contour?
Yes.
You put a little bit on the hand. We'll do this. Will be nice. So this has a 10% rosemary extract. Rosemary is very detoxifying. It helps to drain fluid. It is an amazing eye product. So it helps with puffiness and dark circles, which are both caused by fluid. So we're just gonna do circle, 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 big circle, and then we're gonna come back up here. So it's like row, row, row your boat, and then back to the beginning, row, row, row your boat, and then back to right here. So you're putting like a little pressure here, then we're doing these little circles, and then we're gonna do a big circle on the temples, and then we're just
That
coming
feels
back.
good with sinuses.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. All
So
this
you
pollen.
can do lots of little circles out, and you can kind of come back around. And so yeah, that's it. So you you start right here, and then you circle, 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 and then one big circle, like a little U-turn, and then back here, and then you can mix it up. I mean, you don't have to, like, I usually always break it up a little bit, but where you can do like the tenting, or you can do like the effleurage, every finger for effleurage on her forehead, and then you can kind of so like once that soaks in, we can use the Nutra oil is great for adding some slip for the facial massage. So and I'm using like the palms of my hands, and I'm kind of just pushing up with her cheeks, and then we're just gonna contour her face and contour up to her temples, and then contour her forehead. And then we'll start with the next movement, which is hourglass, and this is circling the chin, especially if someone has a lot of congestion. You really want to try to break up that congestion. And then we'll do corners of the nose. And we're going to try to break up that congestion, and then we're going to contour her brows. And then when I come to here, I'm just gliding. I'm not pushing down on the face. So we're just gliding back. And then we would start with our circles again. And we are circling in our hourglass. And then you can always throw in like the base of the palms, or where you contour the face, stop at the temples, contour the forehead. And so then hourglass is our circles on the chin, circle on the corners of the nose, contour the brows, and then back down. And then next, we're going to contour the jawline. So you contour the jawline, and then you can do the sides of the mouth, so you can contour on the cheeks too. One side, and then on the other. And then just gonna kind of, so then we'll start from the corner of the center of the chin, and we're circling along the jawline, contouring along the jawline. Jen holds a lot of tension in her jaw. Don't let her fool you. A lot of tension in her jaw. So you go from here and you circle along the jawline to the base of the ear. And then you circle from the corners of the mouth to the middle of the ear. So you do the same thing, you're just doing little circles up to the middle of the ear. And then the corner of the nose, you're circling from the corner of the nose and then up to the temples. So then we're gonna contour in the jaw. So you do that 5 to 7 times. And then you kind of start, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this in our decollete, but slow. So we're just kind of applying product. But anytime you're applying product, you should be doing some type of, enjoyable, beneficial motion. Like we never pat stuff on. People can do that at home for themselves. So you don't we just want to be doing it with intention. So after you do the, sorry, I just put you away.
That's okay.
The jaw, the edge of the jaw, corner of the mouth, corner of the nose. Then we would start here at the temples, and we're just kind of doing X's back and forth. And then I kind of increase the amount of my hand that's on her face. So then I'm kind of doing this effleurage across her whole face. And then, I'm just going to tilt this a little bit. We're going to transition to her shoulders, neck, and décolleté. So you really just are going to be contouring the back of the neck. And you can effleurage where the jaw and the neck meet here, and contouring.
It really does. I'm so happy.
So in order to do a good job, you really do have to stand kind of a lot of tension here too. I'm like,
My shoulders.
come on, girl. So we're just kind of contouring here, and then I will usually just go ahead and I'll switch to the side. So then we're doing X's on the temples, and then the whole side of the face. And then we're going to contour her shoulders. Yes, so I'm sliding and using my thumb. So I'm like contouring. And then come behind both of, just going to use my fingers at the base of her neck, base of her hairline. Just kind of kneading a little bit of a negative pressure with pulling And I'm just using my thumbs to slowly just kind of holding on those pressure points, and then come back. Oh, hairs all over. So you know you've done a good job if her head wrap doesn't stay in place. If her head wrap looks like it did when you started, then you didn't do all the moves. Because there's no way it's going to stay in place. She just have little hairs in there. Oh, thank you.
Forever shedding.
Okay, so her skin is so smooth, and we are not going to remove it. So we didn't use like a benign kind of medium massage cream. We used the Nutra oil to help nourish and hydrate. We used the sensitive cream. We've massaged all that in. We used the hydro serum, all the stuff that can stay on her skin. So Younka's line is really about layering, and that's what we are going
She has
to. One more. We are gonna win. And so at this point, we are gonna do her mask, and what we're gonna do is we're going to layer on a hefty amount of the sensitive mask, and then we're gonna do the dried fruit mask on top of that. So this will be fun to see. So you could use the cream masks are ones that you could put on your little tray and put in the warmer, or in a little dish and put in the warmer. It'd feel really good if it were warm and you brushed it on her face. We didn't do that, but you could definitely do that. You would win a lot of points doing all this stuff. So, so then we're just going to apply a generous amount of sensitive cream, or sensitive mask, sorry. All over, and her forehead. But nothing we have used has really, caused a lot of irritation. So this is just a great hydrating mask for more sensitive skin types. So you have a good amount of that on. And all of their cream-based masks are ones that you could sleep in. You can spray the lotion spray and rub them into the skin. The clay masks have to be removed, but all the other ones you can just tissue off. And even I've had clients like with the Excellence Code mask, I'll just spray lotion spray on, rub it into their skin, and even moisturize on top of it. So if you have someone who's really dry, you just want to give more to it.
So would you still, if you wore it overnight, would you still even moisturize on top of it?
Probably not. You would rinse in the morning and then moisturize. You probably wouldn't need to, unless it soaked right up, but it's unlikely to soak right up if you put a generous amount. So we're also going to do a mask of the Phyto Contour. So I'm going to do a generous amount.
Is that what you said? was
Okay.
good for-
Puffiness and dark circles, congestion, yes. Rosemary is very detoxifying, very healing. So we're gonna put a good amount of that on there. And then I'm going to I always do this with a facial, is I'm gonna dampen these cotton rounds in 4. So just feels good. If they're wet, they almost feel cool on the skin. We're gonna try to cover her eyebrows because we are going to do the clay mask. So with this, we're gonna wet this gauze mask with the lotion spray. Spray this. It's a cat. What is this? Okay, so we've dampened this little gauze face mask, and we are going to place it on our client. And we are going to, which has eye holes. I don't know why it has eye holes. I understand the nose and the mouth ones, but
Don't we use it for high frequency too?
yeah,
Mhm.
maybe
Does it
that's
matter?
why. Yeah, you could use it. Okay, so, and then another thing that you can do, like, especially if it's your first time with a mask to kind of protect the hair. I'm gonna have you lift up. I'm gonna replace this in its spot. Okay, you're good. You can lay back down. So we can set these tissues. We're gonna cross and we are going to try to keep these tucked. So you could put like a little tissue around, just so like if it drips, it doesn't drip into their hair. You can peel it out. It's really not the end of the world. Okay, so with our mask, you use the entire packet. I don't know, I've seen packets that people just like have folded over, and I can't figure out the life of me why. But so you use the entire packet, pour it into here, and then I can't remember the exact amount. It says in your book, your Yonka book, exactly how much you would use. I think it's like 3/4 of an ounce or something. I'll have to look it up. But what you want to do is pour the water in and start mixing.
Like a
Right
jelly.
away. And you want it to be like the consistency of cake icing when you start to apply it to your client. So it should feel like you're icing cookies or cupcakes or cake. So once you have all the powder absorbed and you have that frosting consistency, then you can start. And because we've covered her eyes, we can start right here. And what this does, it helps to firm the skin. It helps to push all the products that we've rubbed into the skin further into the skin. So
What's
it really helps with
the-
product penetration.
Like, purpose of the gauze?
The gauze just kind of helps it all come off really nicely. So you don't have to do the gauze. You can do the the fruit mask or a dried mask or a jelly mask without the gauze. So we're just going to kind of push this through the gauze so that we can push the product into the skin. There we go. So sometimes if you put too much water, it's going to run down into her ears. So And then sometimes it's just
Is it the smell
for
of the mask?
aesthetic. Does it smell like dried cherries? What does it smell like?
Not good to me.
Not good to you. I don't know. What does it smell like?
It smells something
smell it?
old. Is what I smell like.
Old.
I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know if it's that or not.
What does it smell?
When I get closer, it smells
Yeah,
more like
it does.
Yaga. Like the actual.
Smells like some kind of old person cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one
That
smells
sounds like
like
it's
dried
my grandma's
cherries.
house.
Oh.
Yeah, it smells like your grandma's house. This is a lifting mask.
Definitely.
One you'd find at your grandma's house.
I was
Yeah,
like,
it
shit.
is the mask. It is the mask. But the other one smells like. It used to. I guess they have two different kinds, but the pink one smells. So when we take it off, we'll do another little like boomerang.
I've cast like the Casmera peeling ones. I don't know if those would be. I mean, if it really matters on branding.
What are they?
It's Casmera. It's I can show you them. They have like a. Yeah, they're like a jelly mask like that. I can show you
Are
them.
they in packets or like a big bag?
They come in like little like jars like that big, and then
Uh-huh.
it's powder, and then you mix it.
Okay.
It's like the same thing.
So with this, you want to. This shouldn't really go down the sink because it will like coagulate. So you want to wipe it out before you wash it with a tissue and get all of that residue off. So we will let this sit until it's firmed up, and as it's firming, it's pushing that in and helping firm the skin as well. And then, so now you could continue doing more of a décolleté massage, hand massage, you know, however you want to add to your service, your treatment.
How does it feel?
It feels really good. It's like kind of cold, so it feels like very soothing. I can't smell it though. I just smell the lotion spray on the gauze.
Yeah, it's, when you get closer, it smells like that, but kind of farther
I got a
away.
hit of that smell.
Yeah, it smells kind of musty.
Mm. That's not what you want.
Like
I smell so many smells at work, and that one got me.
Mm.
I work working essentially with essential oils. Like,
Oh yeah, the soap, right?
yeah, that's what it said.
Mhm.
If y'all need any, I got plenty.
bring them.
Yes, I always will take soap.
They sent me home with so much stuff.
Yeah,
I thought about not dish soap. We have laundry soap, and
Mm.
then we're about to come out with candles.
Oh yes.
That's gonna be the hit, and I'm afraid for it because we're gonna have so many people want them, and candles just make time. Like it's just so much.
My sister makes candles.
But we make everything in the makery. We can like customize it. So like if you want to make scents, it's like people come up and like everything that I take home. It's because people don't like it. And then luckily, like with mine, I know how to like mix it to where it doesn't smell bad anymore, and it's still product. So like,
Sounds like such a fun job. I mean, probably stressful, but also fun.
it's fun but stressful. It's literally exactly how it is. It's like we also, because of the Suez Canal thing, our citric acid, we make bath bombs,
Mm.
and our citric acid got backordered, so they sent us food grade citric acid,
Mhm.
and it's like shinier and it doesn't stick as well and like thicker. And I hated it. I was making bath bombs all weekend and none of it stuck together. I was about to throw the whole bath bomb like batch at the wall, like with customers in the store. I was so frustrated.
That's so annoying. Oh my gosh, when you like leave, I used to work at Lush a couple years ago and talking about bath bombs, and I would like leave and get in my car and shut the door, and like it was like my whole car smelled like one big bath bomb.
Like my place never smells bad. Always smells like Buff City smells.
Yep, I do miss that.
And
My
then
car
our
always smells
oils.
so good.
Whenever we're making laundry soap, like whenever you add the oil, you're adding volume to the tub, so like you have a little bit that doesn't go back into it. So we always mix everyone's scent throughout the day. You put it in like a tiny little container and take it home. It smells like Buff City. Like that's the Buff City scent. It's literally a mix of everyone's laundry for the day.
Such a bad headache.
A headache. Mm.
I have a migraine.
You think it's from like the storms that are coming, the rain coming? Do you ever get like weather headaches?
I don't know. Never put two and two together.
I sometimes do.
Fantastic, because I was like, I didn't want to tell her like, well, I wasn't there.
No, they were
but, you know,
great,
I was
yeah.
like trying to. I was like, I'm sure they were good.
I did
like,
ask
really
like
want
a
your
juice
feed-
day, yeah.
She's
and
like, I really want your feedback on the juices. So, okay. Do you have a phone to do a boomerang?
Oh no.
I like to do the mask boomerang with.
Mhm.
I don't know why it's so satisfying.
That's what
It
it
is.
is in mine. I'll
Okay.
show you mine then after with the
Okay.
Cosmere mask.
Okay,
but
that you
just
did.
to show you them too.
So if you, well, you know this with those then. If you
Yeah.
can touch it, you know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
ready. And you could do like a little on your person. All right, so we're ready?
Mhm.
Okay.
It went too fast. Okay. Gosh, it's not working.
It's okay.
You have to like.
That's the only thing it does.
Oh,
It goes fast.
Why does it go
So,
so fast? I don't ever use
Have
one of
her.
those. Oh, that's so weird.
That is.
Face. A little face. So with this, like you could, because she, you know, we really want to hydrate the skin, you could spray lotion spray and kind of wipe off, you know, these little spots that's dried. But I'm just going to use a towel. And then I will moisturize with some Photo 52 and, probably not gonna sunscreen her because she's not gonna be doing anything, right? If you go out later, put sunscreen on.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll do our little towel. And just kind of and
Okay, I don't know why I'm thinking of this right now, but when waxing like nose hairs, is that okay technically? Because aren't nose hairs supposed to like protect?
some people love getting a nose wax.
Well, I
We've
mean,
done it.
I don't like my nose hairs, but
You
I
can
didn't know
wax them.
if you needed them. Like,
I mean,
to
you
protect from
do
dust and
technically, but
stuff
some
like that.
people's like grow out long,
Okay.
and
So
they
you can trim them or like. put
they
them on.
want them waxed out
Okay.
because they feel like it looks
I hate
better.
them, so no, I
We could do yours then. Okay, so here we go. Voila.
feel like it
Yeah.
hurt, but
Oh, good.
It's so
I don't
brief.
like
I
it.
think the upper lip is probably.
I need my eyebrows waxed.
my boyfriend let me wax his chest this weekend.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Did you do speed waxing?
No, he wouldn't let me.
The spatula she
You're not supposed to
uses-
tell him. You're supposed to be
He,
like,
well,
"This
I've
is
done
the-"
it before.
Okay.
And I've taken him to Honey Bunny with me too, so. He
Look
didn't
at
like
her
how Honey
beautiful
Bunny did it.
skin.
No, it does look good.
Voila. So happy. And hydrated, exfoliated.
Luckily his isn't bad since it's way like thinner now. He did it 3 times. I'm glad. I feel like once they get waxed, they just have a lot more appreciation.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is some Photo 52. Detoxify and firm.
Smells so good.
Mhm. All right, voila. She is all set.
You're seeing